Good morning, students. I am Navdeep Kaur from Raikot Public School, Raikot. We are discussing about plus one's biology, and it is as I have already sent you the deleted portion of our syllabus. In that portion, the modifications of shoot system, root system, leaves, etc., all are deleted. Only two topics are there in our syllabus now, that is morphology of inflorescence and flower. Only these two parts are there, and description of only one family. Earlier there were three families: Solanaceae, Liliaceae and Fabaceae. But now only one family we have to do, and these two topics we have to do from this chapter. So in this topic we will start our first topic, that is inflorescence. What is inflorescence? It is the arrangement of flowers on stem or branch. Means like this: how flowers are arranged on a branch or stem. Depending upon their arrangement, they are mainly divided into two types: cymose and racemose. And this arrangement of the flowers on a shoot or branch is known as inflorescence. Racemose type: when peduncle wear many pedicellate flowers in an acropetal manner. In an acropetal manner means one from here, second from opposite side, then opposite side from opposite side, flowers like this. Flowers are arranged on a branch or a stem. And in cymose, cymose means definite. A type of flowering shoot in which the first formed flower develops from the growing region at the top of the flower stalk. Means this is flower stalk and this is the tip of this stalk. Only one flower grows from this tip and others grows from below this topmost flower. One grows on the topmost part and others grow below this. Some sub branches arises from under the below this flower, and on these branches other flowers grow. See, you can see again in the branch, one flower is at topmost part and others arises below it. That is cymose type. There are two more types: spike and spadix. Spike means it is a raceme, means racemose type, but flowers develops directly from the stem and are not borne on pedicles. Are not borne on pedicles means cymose type means racemose type means directly flowers arises on the branch. These pedicles are not present. This shoots of the or stalk of the flower is not present in this type, spike. And next is spadix. Spadix is a type of spike inflorescence having small flowers borne on a fleshy stem. Small flowers borne on a fleshy stem means like we can say like this. Example, we can take grass. Like this, small flowers grows on a fleshy stem in that manner, acropetal manner say. Our next topic is flower. Flower is a modified shoot. It is the main part, reproductive part of angiosperms. Flower. In flower, the male and female parts are present. Flower is a modified shoot with much condensed no internodes and number of appendages at a node. Means flower having nodes and internodes. Stem, the shoot, we can say the part of a plant which bears nodes and internodes, that part is known as shoot. So why we are saying that flower is a modified shoot? Because flower bears both internodes and nodes. Stalk of a flower is called peticle. The floral leaves are arranged in holes on a swollen end of a pedicle or axis known as thalamus. Like this, you can see this flower. That part is swollen, green part. This one, that is known as thalamus, and these are known as floral leaves or floral holes. That green part is, this one is sepals or calyx, and this white part is known as petals or corolla, and these blackish parts, 5 parts, are known as androecium. And in the center there is yellow part, that is known as female part. You can see the stalk of that female part here. This one is. Calyx and corolla are accessory or non-essential holes of a flower. Means if they will not present, even then reproduction will be there. Androecium and gynoecium are reproductive or essential holes of a flower. Without these, no seed formation will be there, no fertilization will occur in the flower if androecium and gynoecium are absent. Flower is described as bisexual or hermaphrodite when it has both parts, these both parts, androecium and gynoecium. Ander word means male, and gyno word means female. If both parts are present in a flower, like I have shown you a flower, in that flower both parts were present, so we can say that flower is bisexual. If only one part is present, depend upon the type of that part. Means if androecium is present, the flower we can say unisexual or male flower we will say. And if only gynoecium will present, then the flower is known as female flower. It is also unisexual, only single sexual part is present. Flower is asymmetric or irregular if it cannot be divided into two similar halves along any vertical plane passing through the center. Means flower will we can say a flower is asymmetric if any plane. In this we can say that if we are passing line from the center, it will divide the flower into two equal halves. But if flower is not, this is axis or plane. Here this is main axis, and we will cut from this plane or this plane or this plane. From any plane, flower will be cut down into two equal halves. But if flower will not cut down into two equal halves, at that time we can say flower is asymmetric. If flower is radially symmetrical or actinomorphic, at that time the flower will be cut from any plane into two equal halves. For irregular example is canna. Canna means cannabis. That is, in local language we will say it as bhang. For when it can be cut into two identical halves, any vertical plane passing through the center from any part. I have shown you a sphere and cut into this is a sphere, and we will pass many planes from that sphere to cut flower. From each plane we will cut flower into two equal halves. For that type of flowers there are two examples, mustard and China rose. A flower is zygomorphic, means bilaterally symmetrical, when the flower can be cut into identical halves only along the one vertical plane. From only one vertical plane means if flower is like this, flower will cut into two equal halves. If we cut from this, flower will not cut into two equal halves. From only one plane, flower will be cut down into two equal halves. If flower is bracteate, if flower having a bracket at its end, then we can say flower is bracteate. If a flower doesn't have bracket at its end, at that time we will say flower is ebracteate. Means this is pedicle, and from that part sepals will arise. Here too, like this, brackets will present. If these brackets will not present, at that time we can say flower is ebracteate. Flower may be trimerous, tetramerous, pentamerous when the floral appendages are in 3s, 4s or 5s respectively. Means floral holes, if calyx number is 3, corolla number is 3 and roscium number is 3, then we at that time we will say that flower is trimerous. But if these floral appendages are in number 4, then at that time we will say it is tetramerous. Tetra means 4, tri means 3, and if they are 5 in number, at that time we will say it is pentamerous. Penta means 5. Based on the position of the ovary, flowers are grouped into hypogynous, perigynous and epigynous. Means position, if ovary is superior, all the other floral parts rises below the ovary, at that time we can say flower is hypogynous. And if they are rising from the, if ovary is merged into these floral parts, at that time we will say flower is perigynous. And if ovary is inferior, at that time we will say flower is epigynous. Inferior means other flowering parts arising above the ovary. Now we will discuss about the parts of flower. Number 1 is calyx. Calyx is the outermost hole of the flower. These are green colored leaf like structures. You can see, I will show you one flower. In that flower I will show you calyx. You can see here only one part, calyx, is present. These green colored leaf like structures are known as calyx. What is the function of it? It protect the flower in bud condition. The main function of calyx is that if calyx, in this flower calyx is not fused, you can see each sepal is separate from each other, freely present. if sepals are fused, at that time we can say they are gamosepalous. Gamo means fused. If sepals are free, then we can say polysepalous. Poly means free, like this flower. And in this there is gamosepalous condition. You can see in these calyx, each sepal is fused, only tip part is free. You can see clearly visible. Okay, now next part, corolla. Corolla is composed of petals. Petals are brightly colored to attract agents for pollination. If petals are united same, then corolla is known as gamopetalous. If petals are free, then corolla is known as polypetalous. In this flower, corolla is free, so we can say condition is polypetalous. Each corolla, they are white in color, so each is free from each other. Clear? Petals and sepals are arranged in the holes according to the different patterns. The arrangement of sepals or petals in relation to one another in the bud condition is known as estivation. It is of following types. I'll show you with the help of pictures. First one is velvet. In velvet, the ends of each petal or sepal just touch the end of next petal or sepal. Second one is twisted. In this type, one end of one petal or sepal is interior and one sepal or petal is the end of one or sepal or petal is overlapped by next and one is free. Margins are overlapped. See here, this margin is overlapped and this margin is overlapping next sepal or petal. Same like in each, means एक एंड अंदर वाले पास से एक एंड पार वाले पास से. नेक्स्ट वन इज इम्ब्रिकेट. In imbricate, odd sepal is totally internal. This is odd one. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is fifth. Odd one is totally internal, and one sepal or petal is totally external. Others are in twisted manner. One is internal, one is external. Clear? Next one is vexillary. In vexillary, the odd sepal is overlaps other two wings of the petals, and it is completely external. It is the largest petal or sepal of the flower. It is covering the other four petals. Two petals or sepals are in twisted manner. One margin is internal and one margin is external. One margin is internal and one margin is external. And in this, it is known as keel petals. They are fused and known as keel petals. One margin is external and other margin is fused properly. Example of this is pea flower. Next part is androecium. Androecium is the male reproductive whole of a flower. It is composed of one or more stamens. Each stamen has a stalk-like filament and an anther like this. This is anther and this is filament. Clear? Completely it is known as together anther and filament forms stamen. Each stamen has two parts. If the stamen is sterile and doesn't produce pollen grains, it is known as staminode. Means if anther can't produce pollen grains, at that time it is known as staminode. Sterile means we can say can't reproduce. If stamens are attached to the petals, they are described as epipetalous, attached to the petals. If they are attached to perianth, perianth ਬੱਚੇ ਫਲਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਸੈਪਲਸ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਇੱਕ ਪੈਟਲਸ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਅਗਰ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਸਟਰਕਚਰਸ ਪ੍ਰੈਜੈਂਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਕਲਰਡ ਸਟਰਕਚਰ ਪ੍ਰੈਜੈਂਟ ਹੋਏਗਾ। ਜਿਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਸੈਪਲਸ ਪ੍ਰੈਜੈਂਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਗ੍ਰੀਨ ਕਲਰਡ, ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ 'ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਸਟਰਕਚਰ ਪ੍ਰੈਜੈਂਟ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਪੇਰੀਐਂਥ ਔਰ ਟੈਪਲ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਬਣਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸੈਪਲਸ ਅਤੇ ਪੈਟਲਸ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਫਿਊਜ਼ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਨਵਾਂ ਸਟਰਕਚਰ, ਇੱਕ ਸਿੰਗਲ ਸਟਰਕਚਰ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ 'ਤੇ ਸੈਪਲਸ ਅਤੇ ਪੈਟਲਸ ਦੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ 'ਤੇ ਫਲਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿਰਫ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਹੋਲ ਹੋਏਗੀ, ਉਹ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਟੈਪਲ ਦੀ, ਔਰ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਪੇਰੀਐਂਥ। ਦੇ ਆਰ ਕਾਲਡ ਐਪੀਫਾਈਲਸ। ਪੇਰੀਐਂਥ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਵਰਡ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਫਾਈਲਸ ਐਂਡ ਪੈਟਲਸ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਪੈਟਲਸ। If stamens are free from one another and also from other floral holes, androecium is known as polyandrous. Androus means male. Based on the cohesion union with one another, the stamens androecium can be categorized. One is monoadelphous. All the stamens are fused into a single bundle. ਇੱਥੇ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਕੋਹੈਸ਼ਨ ਮੀਨਸ ਰਜੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਟੇਮਨਸ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਾਂ ਐਂਡਰੋਸ਼ੀਅਮ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਜੋ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਬਾਈਂਡਿੰਗ ਆ, ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕੋਹੈਸ਼ਨ। ਮੋਨੋਡੈਲਫਸ ਮੀਨਸ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਟੇਮਨਸ ਫਿਊਜ਼ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਟਿਊਬ ਫਾਰਮ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਮੋਨੋਅਡਲਫਸ। ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮਪਲ ਹੈ ਚਾਈਨਾ ਰੋਜ਼। ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਹੈ ਡਾਈਅਡਲਫਸ। ਜਦੋਂ ਸਟੇਮਨਸ ਫਿਊਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਟੂ ਸੈਪਰੇਟ ਬੰਡਲਸ, ਟੂ ਸੈਪਰੇਟ ਟਿਊਬਸ ਲਾਈਕ ਸਟਰਕਚਰਸ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹ ਫਾਰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮਪਲ ਪੀ ਐਂਡ ਬੀਨ। ਨੈਕਸਟ ਹੈ ਪੋਲੀਅਡਲਫਸ। ਜਦੋਂ ਸਟੇਮਨਸ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਲਾਮੈਂਟਸ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹ ਫਿਊਜ਼ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਬੰਡਲਸ ਮੀਨਸ ਇੱਕ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਟਿਊਬਸ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਉਹ ਫਾਰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਪੋਲੀਅਡਲਫਸ। ਕਲੀਅਰ? Next last part is gynoecium. It is a female reproductive whole of the flower. It is composed of one or more carpels or pistils. ਜੋ ਮੇਲ ਪਾਰਟ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਟੇਮਨ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੇਮ ਉਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਫੀਮੇਲ ਪਾਰਟ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਦੋ ਨਾਮ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਾਰਪਲਸ ਔਰ ਪਿਸਟਲਸ। ਈਚ ਕਾਰਪਲ ਔਰ ਪਿਸਟਲ ਹੈਜ਼ 3 ਪਾਰਟਸ, ਸਟਿਗਮਾ, STIGMA, stigma, style and ovary. There are 3 parts. This is stigma, style, ovary. Ovary is composed of 2 or more carpels. The carpel may remain free, that is known as apocarpus. as in rose or lotus, or fused, that is known as syncarpus, as in tomato, mustard, etc. The region or tissue where ovules develops in the ovary is known as placenta. Means at which part stamens are formed. See, these are the at which part ovules are formed. You can say this is the female part of rose. Number of gynoecium. These are feathery and they are not fused to each other. They are present separately. And if they are fused, then they are known as the syncarpus. The region at which part ovules are formed in the ovary, that is known as placenta. Placentation in the ovary may be marginal. I'll show you through the pictures. It will be marginal, means at the margin ovules will produce. That is known as placenta, the region where ovules are formed. And it may be exiled, means ovules will form on the axis or axillary part. It will be parietal, means ovules will form on the periphery. It will be basal, means at the center, at the base of the ovary. That is the structure of ovary, and at the base of the ovary ovules will be formed. And if it will be free central, means they will form at the center. This is all about the flower. Next topic we will discuss in next video. Thank you बच्चे. Have a nice day.